to a bunch of other stuff sitting out here. Well, sometimes when the deal's too good to pass up, you just gotta take it. So I got reading 8-foot service body, some axles, some other truck boxes. So this is just kind of be a hodgepodge video with some things to come with it. But yeah, give you a rundown of what I got here and what my intentions are for it. First up, let's go over the axles. A lot of people know these as mobile home axles, which isn't entirely the truth. So some of these axles with a demountable wheel are mobile home axles. These, however, are not. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. See that triangle there? That has a Dexter underneath it. So that means these are UTG axles, which you can still get brand new on equipment trailers, goosenecks, dump trailers. A lot of people shy away from these axles because they don't know how to deal with Dayton wheels, how to properly tighten them down so they don't wobble on you. But the one thing a lot of people don't know is that even if you don't like the Dayton style of wheels, you can still swap 8-lug hubs right onto these. They're a direct swap. These are all three of these are 7,000 pound axles. So with a little extra coin, you go buy hubs and brake drums and backing plates for these and have brand new axles for cheap. It's one thing to keep a lookout for. Oh yes, a crusty service body. Might be asking yourself right now, why did he get a crusty service body? Well, believe it or not, there's actually still quite a few good parts left to this. So here's what would be the driver's side. It's definitely seen better days. There's no doubt about that. Hole in the bottom, other hole in the bottom. But it does have a cool shelf. That more makes up for the holes, right? It's got a cool shelf. Now you might be wondering why I picked up a rusty and crusty service body. that's fairly well rotted out. Well, as you guys have seen throughout most of my videos, I have got a trailer that my portable welder is mounted on. I've had that for 13 years, and it has suited me quite well, but I outgrew it probably 10 years ago. There's just not enough storage space on it to contain everything I want it to, and that'll free up some room in my garage, which I desperately need, and free up some room out of some of my vehicles too. So I'm actually thinking about building a skid that can go in the back of my red and white pickup, and then building a tandem axle trailer that skid can sit on when it's not in use. Because I do go places, I do pick up odd jobs for farmers or friends of mine that I need to take a portable machine to, and most of my metal fabricating tools, but sometimes it's a hindrance trying to get a trailer in someplace, especially down a narrow farm access road or out in the middle of friend's property. So by being able to put portable welder and all my tools onto a skid, I can put it in the back of the truck when I need it. I got a backhoe. I can pick the whole thing up, back the truck underneath it, set it down in. The truck's got a gooseneck hitch. It's actually a B&W turnover ball, so it's mounted below the bed, rated for 30,000 pounds. So I don't see why it wouldn't be sufficient enough to hold a skid in place. But those are my plans for that. You see here, there's a 4-foot box here, and if I measured it out correctly, if I go from the front, by the time I cut this to fit, I will end up being somewhere around 6'6". And then with this panel, obviously it's not going to be a full deal like this. I'm going to end up cutting this down in here for the well, what's left of the floor is currently remaining, and then continue that out here and just make a smaller compartment for this. And I'm cutting down one of the other doors, some of the trim piece, put that all back in, and then the other side, that'll end up being a 1/6-foot box. That's a tentative idea right now. I gotta take some measurements. Take some measurements of the truck bed. Take some measurements of the boxes I want to use. Do a drawing up and go from there. Right now, as it stands, what is that? That'll end up being like 20 inches tall, give or take. And that's 14, so this'll, I'm going to end up having to cut this longitudinally and add probably about 2 inches to the box to make it the depth I want. But then again, I gotta do some measuring, some figuring, mock stuff up before I finally cut any of this. But you guys are going to see yet how frugal I really am when I start building the skid. There's not going to be a lot of waste. Now, it also came with these two 8-foot top mount boxes, which is pretty cool. They're nothing special. I don't know who the manufacturer is of these. No, not necessarily the best constructed, but I got them. They're here. Oh, we also got some E-track here too, which is a plus. The side's got 2 pieces of E-track, probably about 6 or so foot long. One mounted to the top, one mounted to the bottom down there. And there's another piece down there. And there's some short stubby ones up front on both sides. And this box from here to where I have intentions of cutting it up in here is right about 6 foot. So like I said, I just got to do some figuring and see how everything's going to lay. See what all the dimensions are going to be on this. Do a bunch of comparisons. Let's see, that was 14 inches. Those are 13 by 16 and a half. Got a chunk 1/4 inch plate steel put in the bottom of a utility trailer I have. The idea with this is there's going to be a 6-foot box down here, and then the 6'6" box on that side. That toolbox will not be in there. That's going to have to get removed for the skid assembly to work. So that's a brief overview of what my plans are for the service body. I might use these axles. I've got some other ones laying around I might use. I'm not going to get too involved with doing a skid right now. We got some nice weather coming up. I'm going to try knocking out a good chunk of that car trailer rebuild. I got some hydraulic lines to replace on the backhoe, a couple of O-rings, and a long list of other stuff to do. But I may, well, shouldn't say may, knowing me, I'll be out here eventually cutting the service body apart and getting it broke down to the pieces that I want and the pieces I don't want, and stuff sits after that. Sits for a while. No big deal to me. Then everything goes the way I hope it will. I'll be getting some upgrade parts for the old 92 K1500. Waiting to hear back. But yeah, regardless, that's that. You may see this before, or you may see it after I post a video about the car trailer rebuild. See what happens. See what time allows. But anyways, I gotta get this trailer on the hook from the truck. Take care of some stuff this evening and see what tomorrow brings. As always, thanks for watching. It's much appreciated.